Josh Thompson, did you hear that sound? It means it's time for the Weighing Interjection Show. Possibly the greatest MMA 10 minutes on earth. What's up? Let's do it.
Possibly. You're discrediting us already, huh?
Very
we
true,
are for
very
sure
true.
the greatest 10 minutes on the internet. Anyways. Oh, man. Hey, this is a fun little show that we like to do that's only available on our Clips channel. So make sure you guys go to our Clips channel, hit the subscription button there, subscribe. I keep getting subscription today. Subscribe. And the bell so you guys know when this show drops. We drop it in the midweek. And sometimes the time changes because we've done a couple special things for you guys because John and I are away in London for Bellator in London with Lima and MVP. So we are making sure that we're doing a little extra credit before we leave to have some more shows sprinkled throughout the week. You guys don't miss us. All right, Dave, let's get it going.
All right, it's about that time. Topic number 1. Who is Volkanovski's biggest threat? Go.
Oh, if I'm going to say who's his biggest threat, I'm going to say it's the guy that's not even fighting right now. I'm going to say it's Henry Cejudo. I think that's the guy that people would love to see come up and fight Mr. Volkanovski, who has proven that he is a phenomenal champion. Great wrestling, great stand-up. It would be a hell of a fight. What do you think?
You threw a wrench in there, man. The Henry Cejudo thing. I know we talked about it earlier, and I think exactly the same thing, except there's another guy who's also not fighting, Zabit. Ooh. I think he is somebody else that is. It's so funny how the guys that are actually not fighting right now, or I believe are the ones that could potentially be his biggest threats. I have nothing against Max Holloway. I think he's a fantastic fighter. I just don't have interest to see that fight again right now. I will probably want to see it later on, but it's been too close now for me to say I want to see that fight again.
Do you think the blessed era is just on hold with Volkanovski? And if Volkanovski gets taken out, then the blessed era comes back, but it seems like Max can't get a win. I thought that he won the second fight. It was close. I thought the fourth round was his, but I would love to see those guys fight again.
I thought he won the second. I thought he won the second fight as well. I think that there should be another fight in the process there. Somebody, whether it's Zabit or Henry Cejudo, to see if Volk loses.
Okay, topic number 2. Will Aljo be stripped before he's able to fight? Go.
I don't think so. I think it would be a bad look on them. Now, sure, there's a lot of controversy surrounding about how he won it. I've jabbed at him a bunch of times, John. I'm going to admit it. Everyone knows I have. But in all honesty, I think it would be a bad look if they did strip him because he had legit surgery on his neck. He's having some nerve problems and some issues right now, which you have talked about on our podcast that you've dealt with. You've had three or four neck surgeries, 3 neck surgeries, and you've had very similar issues, cramping, no feelings in the hands. Those are the type of things that are going to take some time. The nerve damage takes time to recover, and that's what he needs. I don't think they should strip him, but they should create the interim title because this is what interim titles are supposed to be for. When you know that the champ is not going to be around to fight for a while, so let's go ahead and create the interim title, let them fight, and let it go.
Look, I totally believe Aljo when he talks about what he said is his problem because it's the reason that I stopped refereeing. Let's just be honest. I would cramp up and I could not stop it. And I realized I'm in trouble. I can't have this happen in the middle of a fight. To think about fighting and it happening, that is not a good look. I don't think it would be a good look for them to strip him at this time. I think an interim title is the right thing. I think that they can wait and then put them all together.
Alrighty, topic number 3, and we are going to play fighting words. We're going to read 3 comments for each of you, and we want to get your reaction to these mean comments. It's time for fighting words. First up is Big John. This comment is from Jasper. These guys spewed a lot of fluff and nonsense in this episode. Not gonna lie, disappointed at this week's episode. Talking about garbage like Big Tuna and other obscure, meaningless references that made me absolutely furious.
How in the hell can you be furious about the Big Tuna? This guy, Ben Parrish, comes out. He's got the dad bod. He's got nobody believing in him. And he comes out and he starches a guy that's undefeated. You don't want us to talk about him? Here's my advice for you. All you have to do is go away and stay away. Go do your cooking shows. Go do something that is going to help you with your little snowflake attitude. Goodbye.
Second comment is for Josh. And it comes from DJLian saying, I like this podcast, but after all of these episodes, I can't help but hate Josh. He's such a douchebag.
Oh, douchebag.
I love this though. This is why I do this. See, I love it. I love when I can trigger somebody and they actually take time out of their day to go onto a platform and write a comment. I've just occupied space in your mind, rent free,
in your
baby.
head.
And now I'm reading it, and I think it's fun. I am glad that you've taken time out of your day because you're actually helping our algorithm in the comment section on our YouTube channel, building our show. I appreciate you. No matter what you say about me, I like you, bud.
Second comment from Jason Smith for Big John. Why does McCarthy always wear a baseball cap indoors?
Probably because I was outside working and my hair's all flattened back. Because that's what I've done my entire life. If you're used to taking a hat off when you go inside, congratulations. I'm glad you do that. But I don't. I still wear my baseball cap until I take it off to take a shower and go to bed.
What's funny, John, is I don't think your hair ever moves, even with the baseball cap on or off. So that's not a good excuse. I've been around you a lot. You wake up with your hair like that. When people say, hey, like, I wake up this way? Like, yeah, you woke up that. That's how you wake up.
Yeah,
your hair is
pretty
always like that. Never changes. Oh, next.
Because I cut my own hair.
Yeah.
Cheap.
The second comment for Josh from Ryan Bork, who says, yes, Josh saying dumb shit again. Lawler Diaz is not confirmed at 185.
Gosh, this comment didn't age well, did it?
Maybe he wants to. Can I delete?
But you should have went back and deleted it because that's true. Yeah, that comment didn't age well. Hey, bud, sometimes you're privy to inside information and we let it go and let it out there, and you just weren't up to par. Just keep up, buddy. Keep up. Just didn't age well. Good stuff.
Josh, you were wrong. You were wrong. It wasn't going to be 185.
Next one for Big John, the third and final comment from USA Libertarian. Big John, in quotes, Nick Diaz does triathletes for fun. That was a quote from Big John from the last episode. And then the comment from USA Libertarian is, damn, John, don't put a man's private business on blast, bro.
I love the fact that I should have said triathlons, but I have no problem with someone doing triathletes. If that's what you want to do, be it male or female, it doesn't matter. As long as they're both, everybody's happy, I'm happy. But you're right. I should have said triathlons. That's what he does for fun, not triathletes.
I read that the first time and was waiting to see your response, and you didn't react because I don't think you caught that it was crap.
I didn't catch it. I didn't realize I said that.
Yeah,
That's
I was waiting to see the reaction. There was no reaction. I was like, did you realize what you said? And
so
then
he's absolutely right. I should not put that out for people to know, even though I have no idea what I put out.
All right, third and final comment for Josh from No Jathan. And he says, weighing in to see if salty Josh Thompson has any more shit to talk about Diaz and then backstab with loads of compliments instead.
All right, well, first off, it's Thomson. There's no P in my last name, buddy, okay? So figure that one out. It's been that way my whole life. All right, so Josh Thompson. All right, that's one. Two is, hey, what I said about Diaz was true. Like, a lot of the stuff, like, he's a great fighter. He's an amazing fighter. I don't have any backhanded comments towards those guys. I've always had respect for them. I always enjoy watching them fight. I'm probably one of their biggest fans, both of them, not just Nick or not just Nate. Both of them. I think they're wonderful for the sport. These guys are phenomenal. Every time that they fight, doesn't matter, I will always tune in. That's not a backhanded compliment, and there's nothing malice about what I have to say with them. I think they're amazing for the sport. I think they're amazing fighters. I think they're amazing athletes. I think they're actually good people as well. I've had interaction with them before I fought Nate. And if you actually go back and watch that fight with Nate, Nick actually walks up to me and pats me on the back and tells me a good job. They're great people. So the shtick that they do, don't let it fool you, man. They're good people.
Okay, let's get back to this thing with topic number 4. Which fights are more important, rankings or money? Go!
John, for the sport, it's the rankings. But for the
fighter, it's the money.
For the fighter, it's the money. But I also believe that there's room for this money type thing. The reason why there is because this is also what helps take your sport to the next level, because it creates a lot more talk and conversation worldwide than, say, just a rankings fight, where both fighters are good and both fighters have been seen, around, but there's not as much hype around that ranking fight that there will be for, say, like a fight like a Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. That was a money fight. That fight got way more recognition than probably any other fight that ever has existed, I believe. I mean, what did they do? 4.4 million views, I think is what they got pay-per-view buys. That's insane. So when I'm talking about that, the money fights have a spot in the sport, but the rankings is better for the sport.
Well, since you took all of the time
Yes.
here, I will say, look, both have their place. You've got to have ranking fights because you've got to talk about building people to be the best and be that champion. But money fights will always take precedence over ranking fights in people's minds, because those are the fights that get their interest. Those are the fights that make them want to put money down to pay the fighters, pay the promoters. That's what you need.
You just said what I said, but you said it way better. Good job.
Okay.
Okay, fifth and final topic. Who is always fun to watch, but no one remembers? Go.
John, Leonard Garcia.
Good choice.
Hands down, Leonard Garcia.
Leonard Garcia was a tough, great fighter. Had two great fights. His first fight against the Korean Zombie was awesome. I am going to pick Scott Hands of Steel Smith. Nobody remembers Scott Smith, but I'm telling you, he had some epic wars. He had one of my favorite fights with an incredible finish against Pete Sell, where he was hit with a body shot. He was done. Last second punch knocks Pete Sell out. He was the first guy to beat Kung Lee after getting killed for the entire fight. Knocks Kung Lee out. He had just epic fights, fight after fight. He came to fight every time. No one remembers him, but god damn, he was fun to watch.
That was the thing with Leonard Garcia. Like, people are going to look back and go, who? Huh? I mean, and the thing is all of his fights were always action-packed. He took a ton of damage, but he kept coming. He was the one pushing the pace, pressing the action, output after output. He'd get dropped, he'd come back, he'd knock you down. He was a knockdown, drag-out fighter. Absolutely just remember him in the WC just being such a stud.
What about
Loved
the
watching him
UFC?
fight.
His fight against Roger Huerta was the fight that ended up on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Well, guys, that was our Wayne Interjection show, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's episodes that we have done for you to keep you guys occupied for the whole week.
We are
So
here to
made sure-
entertain.
Yeah, we were here definitely to entertain this week. So please hit the subscribe button down below. Click that link to go to our other channel as well, our main channel, and then also hit the subscribe button there. Hit the bell, because that will let you know when this show drops, because we will drop it periodically throughout the week when we do film it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in.
See you later.